It's May 6th, 2012, and today I'm just going to give you a few tips on how to create a temperate jungle garden. And if you're in a temperate climate like I live in here on the southwest coast of British Columbia, Canada, in the southern Gulf Islands, my growing zone here is zone 8B/9. The mildest zones on our island are 9, and those are the highest in Canada. The coldest growing zones in Canada are 0, and that's in the high Arctic. So the growing zones in Canada range from 0 to 9A, and you'll find zone 9A on our island here in the mildest microclimates. So to create a jungle garden is very easy. Jungle gardens are very low maintenance because it doesn't consist of too much lawn. Most jungle gardens you really don't see lawn at all, and weeding is at a minimum or nil. So I don't have any weeding in my garden because there's so many plants crammed packed into small areas, it doesn't give a chance for the weeds to even grow. So in this garden here along the side of my house we have Fatsia japonica, we have lots of palm trees, there's Nandina domestica, and lots of other broadleaf evergreens crammed into a small area. Okay, so don't have to worry about competition with weeds in there. I've never weeded that garden in 20 years. We'll go down to the lower jungle garden, or the mid jungle garden. Very early morning here still, and I see some geese flying over. So in this garden here, ground covers, I'm using periwinkle, Vinca minor. Okay, no weeding in here. Fatsias I'm using as the trees. As you walk through the garden, there's bamboos in here, tree fern, and a mass planting of exotic subtropical broadleaf evergreen trees and plants. Okay, so ground cover once again in here is the Vinca minor, periwinkle, which blooms. And if you have all these plants crammed into this area, there's going to be less competition with for the weeds to grow. And I use seaweed for a mulch, and also bags of manure. You can see, so lots of palm trees, bamboos, there's eucalyptus trees, and there's California holly in here, and in this garden here even thicker. As I go down the stairs here into this garden, you can see the ground covers I have in there is lamium, there's hypericum, there's timber bamboos growing in there. So it's a very thick garden. And the only maintenance this garden has is when it starts to get dry, some of the plants do need watering. But other than that, these gardens, this type of garden, a jungle garden, which I like to call it, temperate jungle garden, is a very low maintenance way to enjoy the hobby. The problem with many city gardens is where you're weeding all the time, you're spreading bark mulch around, you got straight edges everywhere with your landscape ties and borders. There's no real borders in these type of gardens. It's just a mix mash of all different types of exotic and broadleaf evergreens thrown together in one big pile, and they all start to grow. Sometimes you're actually thinning some of these plants out. I don't bother because the thicker the better. I like the thicker jungle look, and that's what I've created here over the past 2 decades in this spot. So very easy to achieve if you're in a climate similar to this. Have fun.